Okay guys, we're going to go again with this, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull it up on my computer, then I can make sure that you guys can hear and see. Okay, so just while I'm doing that guys, just in the comments there, just let me know if you can hear and see me okay. Because what we're going to talk about guys is we're going to talk about whether or not we should be using the weighing scales to measure progress. So let's just have a look here guys, let's get this live. And we're live, yeah, that looks fine to me. Okay, so, take two. What we're talking about, should we use the weighing scales to measure progress, guys? And like I was saying, I'd just done a live feed a minute ago, guys, but the connection was crap, so I've started it again. Alright, so set the scene, and what I said was, we've got some new guys started in the gym, and last night they were asking, like, should we use the weighing scales to gauge progress, or is it a bad way to measure results? Because people hear mixed messages, you read different things in magazines, your friends might tell you something, it's like, oh, if you're working out with weights, then you're going to be gaining muscle tissue, and that weight's heavier than fat, so you shouldn't weigh yourself, and yada, yada, yada. And the end result, like a lot of things, is people end up just being really confused about what they should and shouldn't do. So, the problem that people face in the midst of this confusion is that we do actually need a reliable way to track progress or we get demotivated. So if we're not measuring, then we're guessing. So how do you actually know if you're moving forward towards your goals and your objectives that you're setting? Because we should always have a goal that we're working towards, guys. You should never just float around. So we want to look at the marathon as an analogy. So let's just say we entered into a marathon and we're running this marathon and we didn't have anything to track our progress. So we didn't have our GPRS watch on, we didn't have the markers on the side of the road saying like you're 1 mile in or you're 2 miles in. You know, we didn't know where the finish line was, we didn't know what speed we were moving forward at. As you can see, you would get very fast get demotivated if you didn't know whether or not you were progressing to meet the goal of completing the marathon, and especially if you said, I want to do that in a certain time. Weight loss is very similar. Weight loss is a journey, or should I say, not weight loss, body composition change, all right? So that might be fat loss, it might be weight loss, it might be building muscle tissue, it might be getting stronger, whatever that is for you, okay? But that is a journey, okay? Like a marathon, it's a journey, it's a start and an end point. And what we need to do is have some progress measures so we know whether or not we're moving forward. So if we're not measuring, we're guessing, okay? And that's great, and I wish it was that simple, guys. If it was that simple, it would save a lot of you a lot of headache, because you could just get on the weighing scales and see whether or not you've moved forward that week. The problem is that there's two types of people, all right? Or they're not types of people, but at any one time, depending on how you're doing with your training and your results, you'll be in one category or another. And you can move from one to the other, and you can move backwards into the other one. Okay, so if you're the sort of person that should not be weighing yourself, and I'm going to tell you in a minute how to work out whether or not you should or shouldn't be weighing yourself. If you're the sort of person that should not be weighing yourself, but you're going off the scales as a marker of progress, so you're getting weighed in and you're kind of like using that weight to determine whether or not things are working out for you, and that you shouldn't be doing that if that's you. And I'm going to tell you how to work this out. That is very, very, very harmful to your goals. That can mess you up, all right? So we need to knock that on the head. If you're the other way round, all right, and we deem that, by the way we set this up in this gym, we deem that you should be weighing in, but you're not doing because maybe you're hiding from it. Maybe you're getting lazy. Maybe you don't want to know if you're moving forward deep down. But if you should be monitoring your goals by getting weighed in when you're not doing, then I'd have you consider that you're not going to be moving towards your goals necessarily, or you don't know if you are. You're not measuring the right variables, so how do you know if you're moving forward? So amidst this confusion, guys, it's a simple process to be able to work out whether or not should I be using the frigging weighing scales to track progress, or should I be using another tool? And that process starts, number one, first of all, you need to get your body fat measured. Now, there's no one absolute 100% accurate way to do it, but we need to get our body fat measured, then we've got a start point, a baseline. We know what our current reality is. So we're going to get this body fat measured. So we go down, all the members at both our gyms have got access to body fat scales. They get the body fat measured, we know where we are. All right, there's a number, okay? And we're going to use that number to determine, am I a weight loss type client or am I a fat loss, muscle building, toning type client? Are you going to put yourself in this box or are you going to put yourself in this box? Now don't forget, the weight loss type client in this box over a period of time will move out this box and into this box. And someone who's in this box, who's like toning, muscle building, fat loss, can slide backwards if you have a bad time over Christmas or you have a period of time when you're injured or you're off the gym. So this isn't labelling you as a person. This has nothing to do with you as a person. This is just saying off that number right now, am I in this camp or am I in this camp? And what I'd have you consider is that you need to view it in that black and white manner. You need to be able to say I'm there or I'm there. There's not this grey bullshit in the middle because you'll end up doing nothing. Okay, you need to be in this camp or this camp. So if we are in this camp over here, what we're going to say, if you're someone who's in their 30s or 40s, if your body fat is over 40%, 40, for a female, all right, or your body fat is over 32% for a male, then you are going to be in this box over here, all right, which is weight loss. We need to focus on weight loss. And the plan and the solution for someone in that box to track their progress as to whether or not they're moving forward is getting weighed every week, the same day, the same time. And my clients, I get them to do it the first session they do in the week. So like on a Monday morning preferably, or even, it doesn't matter what time as long as the time's consistent from week to week. So if you're in this box over here, you're female, and you're over 40% body fat, or you're male and you're over 32% body fat, okay? So your body fat is in a range there where you're over fat, or that's an unhealthy range that we want to get that down from a health perspective, okay? And the best way to do that is by focusing on what you're measuring. Let's just say you're in this camp over here now, and let's just say you get on the body fat scales and your body fat as a female is under 40% and your body fat as a male is under 32%. Well, you're just a bit outside that healthy range, okay? And what I would have you consider there is by getting on the weighing scales every week, you can do it to keep an eye on your weight, but I wouldn't be kind of getting on and thinking I need to lose 2 pounds every week or I need to lose a pound every week. Because what happens if you're in this box over here and you're someone that wants to tone up or what we call fat loss, okay? And what happens there is the rate at which you're gaining lean tissue, okay, can either exceed or it can equal the rate that the fat's coming down. So let's just say, I'm going to give you an analogy, and these are the people that get quite confused sometimes if we don't explain this properly. You join the gym, all right, you've not done anything for a few years, and you join RM Fitness for argument's sake, and what happens even as a female in your first 12 weeks, let's just say you gain 7 pounds of lean tissue, which is a mixture of muscle mass, it's a mixture of your muscles storing water, and it's a mixture of your muscles storing a fuel that we call glycogen, which is the energy to perform in the gym. Let's just say, for argument's sake, let's not get pinned down with too much science, but let's say you gain 7 pounds of lean tissue. That's going to make you look fucking different, guys. That's going to put shape on your arms, it's going to put shape on your shoulders, it's going to put shape on your bum, especially for the women. And then let's just say, as well as that, over this first 12 weeks, you've not only gained 7 pounds of lean weight, but you've lost 10 pounds of body fat. If you lose 10 pounds of body fat, which is more than feasible in a 12-week period, you will look fucking different. You will look different. Your clothes will fit different. Okay? You will look different when you're looking in the mirror when you get out the shower, guys. You're going to have lost fat off key areas. You're going to have more definition. You're going to have curves in the places you want curves. But let's just say this happens. So we gain this 7 pounds of lean tissue and we lose 10 pounds of fat. All right? And you get on the weighing scales and you're like, this is shit. All right? This is bullshit. I've looked at my food, I've trained 3 times a week, I've not drank as much beer as I normally drink, I've not eaten as much shit as I normally eat. This is bullshit, I've lost 3 pounds. This is shit, I'm going back to Weight Watchers. My mate there has lost 15 pounds at Weight Watchers in that same time frame. £20 at Weight Watchers, and then this confusion comes in. And you get the little monkey on your shoulder talking to you, saying, well, you shouldn't be doing that. You'd have seen a better result if you did this. Okay, now this is the difference between the person that is overweight according to the body fat scales and the person that is in and around a healthy weight according to the body fat scales. Okay, the person that's overweight, that's fine because their rate of fat loss will exceed the rate of lean tissue gain due to the amount of fat that they've got to lose is higher than this person over here. This person over here has not got the same amount of body fat. Therefore, their rate of lean tissue gain compared to fat loss will equal out at some point, or it can do. Okay? And that's where this person over here can get very, very disheartened and confused. And especially if you're this person here and you're comparing yourself with one of these people over here. Okay? So in summary, guys, we need to be measuring something to know that we're moving forward. Otherwise, you're in Wonderland, all right? You're in a dream world with unicorns and rainbows, guys, and we've got no metrics to know whether we're moving forward. So what you need to identify is that, well, what metrics am I going to use to make sure that I'm moving forward, okay? And what I'd have you consider, and what we talked about in this video, is that although we do need some metrics, we need to be careful to choose the right metrics. We said over here, if we're female and your body fat is over 40%, or if you're over here and you're male and your body fat is over 32%, then weight loss on the weighing scales is probably a very good tool for you to use on a weekly basis to track whether you're moving forward or not over a sustained period of time. Okay? If you're over here, guys, and your body fat is lower at day one when you get on the scales, what I'd have you consider is, although you can use scales, the same as this person over here, I wouldn't put as much emphasis on the scales. Okay, it's always fine to get more measurements, it's fine. Okay, but what you need to do if you're over here is say, right, I'm going to get weighed in, but I'm also going to look at some other tools that can measure my progress. And one thing that we do, guys, and this was what I said at the start of the video, we got some new people starting at our gym last night, and this is what I talked to them about, is that, one, we need to know where we're at. So we need to know, where are we right now? Do you know your body fat right now? All right? And although it's not 100% accurate, guys, there's no 100% accurate way to do it, apart from if you want to go, like, to a university and do, like, a really expensive laboratory test, or an autopsy is the other way you could do it. So there's no 100% accurate way, guys, but what is worth pointing out is it's a very good guide at day one to say, am I this person? Am I this person? And if you're over here, guys, you don't want to get all butthurt about it. You just want to fucking get yourself moving over into that category, don't you? And what we said is that if you're over here and you're in this toning category, or this fat loss category, or even muscle building category, guys, we don't want to be kind of like getting caught up in what the scales weigh. We want to use other measures to make sure that we're tracking our progress. But metrics are important, guys. If you're not measuring, you're guessing. So you do need some metrics to track your progress moving forward. So we've got an opening for our 28-day program. We've still got a few places left at each gym, not many because it starts soon. If that's interested, this is a sort of education. Obviously, we would go a lot more in detail with some of our members than what I've gone in this video, and also we'd be more individual with them. We'd make sure they were very clear as an individual, where am I at in this scale. But if this is something that appeals to you, and you want that type of coaching, and you want like a program, like our 28-day program, if you've got the weight to lose, you'll lose like a stone, 5 kilos, just under a stone over that first 28 days. If you want that education and you want to get that result, that guaranteed result over a 28-day period, then I've put a link, I think I put a link, yeah, looking at my computer, I've put a link up here in the comments, guys. You can click on that link, you can go through, you apply for one of the places, we get on the phone with you, see if you're a good fit. If you're a good fit, guys, we can offer you up one of the places on the program. So I hope this has been helpful, guys.